first time in U.S. history, police in the nation's capital are now under federal control. Members of the National Guard officially have boots.
Terrace last night, the president
Damn it!
trade team to negotiate.
Federal buildings and monuments around the city, which, as we know in D.C., for what President Trump has made clear, he wants people who are not from Washington, D.C., who are here visiting, walking around the Capitol and the district, to feel safe. That certainly becomes easier as you can deploy them in parks throughout the city, in addition to the National Mall and federal properties. Although I will say that's not necessarily where all the crime here happens, and these troops, while they are arriving in D.C., are not expected to be deployed necessarily in the next couple of days. They'll likely take potentially 2 or 3 days, and if not a couple of weeks, to retrain, reorganize these troops, and then send them around the city. So not an immediate fix to what President Trump talked about yesterday, but certainly help is on the way for the White House and their quest to kind of at least signal to the public here that D.C. is safe.
Well, on that front, President Trump, though, continues to say that crime in D.C. is out of control, using very descriptive terms to lay out the scene there. Where exactly do things stand right now?
Well, violent crime is down year over year, at least as of a couple of days ago. About 20% for robberies. For violent crime, it's down 26% from last year. While, yes, that is a low, about lowest level in 30 years, that comes off of a high in 2023 that was historic, not just in Washington and D.C. specifically, but also in major cities throughout the country. The Trump administration has been quick to rebuff fact checks and D.C. officials who have pointed out that violent crime is at its lowest point by saying that if you just go back to pre-pandemic levels, violent crime and robberies, carjackings are not nearly where they were at that point. They're still well above kind of that average, although we've seen, at least for this year, crime and the crime wave seem to be regressing a little bit.
As for what's behind all this, the U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., Jim Pirro, was asked about whether the district was hit hard because of cuts to the Justice Department's grants on gun violence prevention. Can you talk about how she responded to that?
Yeah, she pushed back today, saying it's not about what provides people the motive to do these kinds of crimes, but it's about taking care of the victims. Think about the Capitol Jewish Museum shooting in which 2 people were killed. Shooting on crime in this city is being handled at a higher level.
All right, Jake Rosen, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And coming up after the break,
I'm Nikki Batiste in Seaside Heights, New Jersey.
turns in 6
Underway.
Plus, more sports, more weather.
Clearly more CBS Sports.
On CBS Sunday morning.
What happens when the world's best
Two separate Israeli strikes. What have these children done?